In this video, we configure web content filters with Entra Internet Access. Hello everyone, I'm Travis and this is Seraltos. Entra Internet Access is part of the Entra suite. It provides a conditional access integrated, secure web gateway used to safeguard users and devices. In this video, we take a look at what it is and how to deploy it. Before that, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. Click the bell icon for notifications of new content. And check out my courses on Azure Virtual Desktop, Windows 365 with Intune Management, Hybrid Identities with Windows 80 and Entra ID, and my latest course, A Beginner's Guide to the AZ900, available at udemy.com. The links are below. And thank you, channel members. Your support is appreciated. Back to it. What is Entra Internet Access? What problems does it solve, and how do we deploy it? These are all the questions I'll try to answer in this video. Let's start with what it is. Entra Internet Access is an identity-centric web security gateway for software as a service applications and other internet traffic. It provides a hosted web content filter that integrates with conditional access and supports the Zero Trust framework. Entra Internet Access routes traffic through the global secure access client. Security controls are performed once internet traffic reaches the Microsoft network. Internet connections, including Microsoft 365 traffic, are optimized by routing through the Microsoft Edge network. In a traditional network, users connect to a private network behind a firewall or some other security device. Those devices control what the users have access to. If we need to extend that functionality to remote users, we deploy a VPN solution that routes the traffic through the private network out the firewall. That traditional model may not work well when users access company resources available on the internet with private and company-owned devices. We can't always deploy a VPN to those devices. If we could, forcing all traffic through the private network could use up a lot of bandwidth, CPU on the security equipment, and increase latency on those user connections. These are the problems Entra Internet Access addresses. We can put content filtering controls in place without forcing connections back to the private network. Let's use Windows 365 as an example. To filter web traffic, we need to deploy a private network that requires an Azure subscription, Azure Virtual Networking, and other Azure resources. With Entra Internet Access, we can deploy the global secure access client to that endpoint and configure all the policies from the Azure portal. No Azure resources are required. Content filtering is an important functionality of firewalls and security gateways. Microsoft Defender for Endpoints and Azure Firewall have this functionality built in as well, so why not just use one of those? Entra Internet Access aims to provide valid categories to every endpoint on the internet, while Defender has a smaller list of categories, leading to more manual configurations. And Azure Firewall still requires the Azure infrastructure to support it. Entra Internet Access also has policy integration with Entra Conditional Access. Policy enforcement is at the cloud edge, and it supports many device platforms. So how do we deploy and manage it? The first step to configuring Entra Internet Access is to enable traffic forwarding in the global secure access client. There are two traffic forwarding profiles we'll enable coming up, the Internet Access Profile and the Microsoft Traffic Profile. The Internet Access Profile specifies the traffic that gets assigned to the global secure access client and then tunneled to the Microsoft Edge network for evaluation. We can add a bypass in the Internet Access policy. Use that to define IP addresses or fully qualified domain names that won't get passed to the global secure access client for evaluation. The other profile is the Microsoft Traffic Profile. With this enabled, all Microsoft 365 traffic is assigned to the global secure access client and routed to the Microsoft Edge network. Once we have the traffic forwarding profiles in place, we can configure the content filters. Web content policies include lists of allowed or denied rules that apply to web categories or fully qualified domain names. Those policies are added to a security profile. The security profile is then added to a conditional access policy. We can assign the policy to all users, a group of users, or a specific user. Let's look at the requirements before we jump into the demo. Entra Internet Access requires an Entra P1 or P2 license and is an add-on to those licenses. It comes with the Entra Suite or as a standalone product. The endpoint must have the global secure access client installed. That's available for Windows 10 or 11, Android, iOS, and Mac OS. It does not support the Windows 10 or Windows 11 multi-user OS. It only supports the single-user OS. In the demo coming up, we configure Entra Internet Access web content filtering. The example uses an Entra hybrid join client with the Global Secure Access client installed for testing. An Entra ID join client would work as well. Let's jump into the Entra admin portal to get started. Here we are in the Entra Admin Center. We'll start by enabling internet traffic forwarding with the Internet Access Traffic Forwarding policy. This policy routes traffic through the Global Secure Access client. This is how we can control internet access even if the user is not inside the organization's network. Go to Global Secure Access, Content, then Traffic Forwarding. We have 3 profiles. We have the Microsoft Traffic profile. This applies to all Microsoft traffic. We have a private access profile that works similar to a VPN. I have a couple other videos that dig into that. The link is below. And internet access. This policy applies to all internet traffic, except the Microsoft traffic. That traffic uses the Microsoft Traffic profile. Click View under Internet Access Policies. The Custom Bypass policy is where we define network locations and fully qualified domain names that are excluded from the profile. So destinations that should not apply to the policy, like VPN endpoints, internal IP addresses, or known trusted IPs. Default bypass is predefined traffic that bypasses the profile. Next is Microsoft Traffic Bypass. This is a list of Microsoft traffic that the Internet Access profile bypasses. And finally is the policy for default acquired traffic. This is all traffic that is acquired or applies to the internet traffic policy. It's a wildcard or catch-all for any internet traffic. It's set to all HTTP and HTTPS traffic. We can only modify one, custom bypass. We would use the custom bypass to add traffic we want excluded from the Internet Access profile. Traffic is evaluated from the top down. Once traffic matches the policy, the processing stops. Let's add a site to the bypass. From custom bypass, we'll add a rule. We can select a fully qualified domain name, IP address, subnet, or range of IP addresses. Notice as well, you can use wildcards in the fully qualified domain name. For this example, we'll use www.ipchicken.com. We'll save. We'll add another rule. And for this one, we'll add the private subnet of the client. 10.10.0.0/24 and save. Now any traffic going to that site or subnet will hit the custom bypass rule and not get passed through the global secure client. Let's close. Next, we'll assign a user or group to the traffic forwarding profile. Click View under Users and Group Assignment. If we add a user or group, the profile will apply to those users when they log into the device. If we choose everyone, it will apply to everyone logged into the device. Local admins, for example. Let's add a group. We'll go to Add Users and Groups. Click None Selected. That will pull up the window where we can select. We'll search for and add the test group. In this example, it's called Test Group. We'll select, Assign, and close Add Users and Groups. Now that we have the assignment on the profile, let's enable it. From traffic forwarding, we'll simply enable the Internet Access profile. We'll get a message that we should enable the Microsoft Traffic profile as well. Let's select the option to also enable that. Let's take a look at the Microsoft Traffic policies. With this profile enabled, Entra Internet Access acquires Exchange, Skype and Teams, SharePoint, and Microsoft Online traffic. We can close. We also get a message that there are no users selected. Let's go to View User and Group Assignments. And here again, we'll add our group. We'll add users and groups. Select None Selected. Find the test group. Again, in this example, the test group is Test Group. We'll select and assign. And we can close user and groups. That looks better. Next, let's log into an Entra ID or Entra Hybrid joined workstation to verify the profile. Here we are logged into a computer that's Entra Hybrid joined. This would also work with a computer that's Entra ID joined. I logged into this computer with a user that's a member of the test group we added to the Internet Access and Microsoft Traffic Forwarding profile. This computer also has the Global Secure Access client for Windows installed. You can get that client from Client Download under Connections in the Entra portal, or you can download it directly from aka.ms/global secure access-windows. The client requires elevated privileges to install. You should also restart the client computer after you install the client. Once restarted, go to the Global Secure Access client and verify it's connected. We'll right-click on the Global Secure Access client and select Advanced Diagnostics. Viewing Advanced Diagnostics requires elevated privileges. From Advanced Diagnostics, go to Health Check. Make sure all checks are successful. If not, there's a link on the Health Check page with more information. For this example, I had to set IPv4 as preferred on the client and disable Quick in Edge. Also, I had to start Edge as an admin to disable Quick. Go to Forwarding Profile. It shows the forwarding profiles applied at the bottom. We have Microsoft 365 and Internet Access rules associated with the profiles. If you don't see both, you may have to wait a few minutes and even restart the client for those changes to apply. If we view the Internet Access rules, at the top are the bypass rules we created for ipchicken.com, as well as the subnet we added. Let's go to traffic. We're going to verify the rule is working. Let's start collecting traffic information and open a web browser and try to access a site on that private network. We'll go to an IP address on that subnet, 10.10.0.1. There's no site at this IP address, it's going to fail. We're just generating internet traffic. Let's try ipchicken. And that works. We can close this and go back to Advanced Diagnostics. We'll stop collecting and remove the action equals tunnel. And if we search within the traffic, we can see our attempt to go to the 10.10.0.1. And if we scroll over, it shows bypass. And we also have the fully qualified domain name for ipchicken. And if we scroll over, that is also bypassed. That means the client and the bypass rules are working. Next, let's see if we have any Microsoft 365 traffic. We'll add a filter, set it to channel. The operator is equal, and the value is Microsoft 365. We'll apply, and we do have some. If we scroll over, that's set to tunnel. This shows all the traffic specified in the Microsoft profile is tunneled for optimal routing to the Microsoft Security Service Edge network. Now that we know the client is working, let's close the client and move on to configuring the web content filter. Before we move on to creating the web content filter, let's open up a web browser, Edge for this example. Let's test a couple websites a company may want to block with content filters. And I'm going to keep this viewer friendly as well. We'll try vape.com. And that works. And let's try guns.com. We can get to that site as well. Now let's enable the web content filter and see if we can block these sites. We'll close the web browser and let's go back to the Entra portal. From the Entra portal, we'll go to Global Secure Access, Secure, Web Content Filtering Policy. Under Web Content Filtering Policies, there's a default policy that includes all websites. We can close that and create a policy. Give it a name, block access for this example. You can add a description and we'll leave the action to block. Go next to policy rules and we'll add a rule. Give this a name, block categories. Notice we have the option for web categories or a fully qualified domain name. We could use that to create a policy for specific websites we don't want blocked. Leave it set to web category and we'll add alcohol and tobacco and weapons. On the right of the categories, there's a slider where you can view all of the different categories available. We're just using 2 for this example. We'll click Add, next to Review, and create the policy. That creates the policy. Now we need to create a security profile. Let's go to Security Profiles and create a profile. Give it a name, Web Profile for this example. You can add a description. We'll leave this enabled. You can also set a priority. It goes up to 65,000. Leave some room between each profile so you can insert one later if you need to. We'll go next to Link Policies, and we can use an existing policy. We'll select the one we just created and add. Next, go to Review and create the profile. That creates the profile that includes the web content filtering policy. Now that we have the profile, we need to link that to a conditional access policy. From the Entra Admin Center, go to Identity, Protection, and Conditional Access. We're going to create a new conditional access policy. Give it a name, Web Access for this example. We'll add a group of users for testing. We have the option for none, all users, or select user and groups. We'll use select users and groups and find our user and group. Add the group we're using for testing, the same one we applied to the traffic forwarding profiles. Test group for this example. We'll select, go to Target Resources, and select All Internet Resources with Global Secure Access. Then go to Session. From here, we'll select Use Global Secure Access Security Profile and select the profile we just created. Web Profile for this example. We'll select and set the policy to On. We want this enabled. We'll click Create, and that creates the conditional access policy that uses the security profile we just created. Applying a new security profile can take 60 to 90 minutes. And also changing a web content filter can take up to an hour. The video will pause here until the changes have taken effect. Here we are back logged into the client with one more thing to do, and that is to test. Some time has passed and the profile has applied. Let's start by opening Advanced Diagnostics. From here, we'll go to Traffic and start collecting. Next, we'll open a web browser. And let's go to www.vape.com. We get a message that it's blocked by the Entra Internet policy. That's good, that's what we expected. Let's try guns.com. This time the page is blocked. We don't get a message from Entra Internet Access. Let's go back to Advanced Diagnostics. And let's apply a filter for the destination fully qualified domain name that contains guns.com. It shows the connection is closed. And if we scroll to the right, it shows the channel was Internet Access, so that's the Internet Access Traffic Forwarding Rule, and the action is tunnel, meaning the traffic did pass through the Global Secure Access client. Also notice the destination port is 443. Let's do the same for vape.com. We'll set it to the fully qualified domain name that contains vape.com. Vape.com used destination port 80. That may explain the difference in what was displayed when the traffic was blocked. Now our web content filtering policy is in place. That is how to configure the Entra Internet Access web filter. That is how to configure web content filtering with Entra Internet Access. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.